Hello, I am back. I said I wanted to do something that could contribute to my work. And what I said I was going to do is some self reflecting. It's from 2015 and it's pretty thick. I know it's backwards right here, but I don't know if y'all can see that. So that's what's happening at this moment in time. We're gonna be doing it. I think it's gonna go to like 3 o'clock. After that, then I'm gonna cut it off. Yeah. So what this is about is just me just showcasing some stuff. Yeah. And it's gonna be a lot of my past and how I healed myself from a lot of things because of me journaling. Yes. And so this is a soul therapy session as well. hmm So let's see if we're gonna have anybody come in here. So there ain't too much going on now. hmm Don't know if I'm gonna let this stay up, but I said I wanted to do this. Probably should have did it later, but I'm gonna do this right now. And the reason why I got the kill count is because it's a lot of things within your life that you have to release in order for you to move forward. Whether it's people, it's things that you have going on that is not beneficial. It's a lot of things within your life that you have to kill. And what I mean by kill is let go. That's what I mean by kill. Um, Let me see. I wanted to see if I get that. I don't think so. I wanted to get that title in here somewhere, but now that I think about it, I'm like not want to do this right now. Cause it's like my mind is somewhere else. But it's got some interesting stuff in here, really do, y'all. That made me come to the realization of a lot of things that I was doing, which I still kept doing it. And me looking back on a lot of things that I wrote to myself, it's like it is my superpowers on paper. That's what I want to call it. Superpowers on paper. Yeah. So this is gonna be a good one. That's if I go forth with this. I was thinking somebody popped in. I know the first one says 31610. The only reason I am going through this is because of me. I didn't want to let go and I kept hurting myself. So with these, I what I did was I went back on my journal and I just documented some things that I felt that I needed in order for me to have something for me to look back on if I felt like I was, you know, derailing back to something in my life. And it's got things that I said and other people said as well. And so what I'm doing is I'm just sharing some of the things that I wrote down that empowered me in my dark moments. Yeah. This was a learned lesson. I always knew that I rushed into a relationship. Next time I will be a woman and not a confused woman. The problem is I saw things and then stick to them, but I expect others to be true to me when I don't be true to myself. I lie and be dishonest with myself first, and in return, it comes back to me. I see myself in others, but I get angry when others do it to me. But I call it love when I do it to myself. Isn't that something? And that was in October the 23rd, 2015. Okay. So, like I said, sometimes in order to move forward, you have to release things from your energy field, from your mind, from your spirit, and from your life. It says you only have one life, so live it the way you want to live it. Don't worry about how other people look at you because other people will always find something to always keep you down or where they at. Always don't let, okay? Also, don't let fear get in your way because life will pass you by if you do. So whatever you want, go for it. It says TV show The Game. That was in March the 20th, 2010. If I want a friend, I have to learn to be my own best friend first. I reap what I sow. We talk real good now that I have let him go. 321:10. I allowed myself not to be attached, so when I detach myself from him, I was allowing my mind be free from negative, unneeded thoughts and about someone who I can't control. And that was in 2023. No, October 23, 2015. At the age of 35, I plan on having everything in order, which that did not happen because I am currently 38, with 39 in August. And so it says at the age of 35, I plan on having everything in order because I need to be happy, not with the man, but with me first. I have plans, and that's all a man would do to me is get in my way because they're not going to help me. They just been hurting me. And that's 321, 2010. Yep. Don't let nothing steal my joy, says Kim Rawls. 322, 2010. Nobody will ever understand you like yourself. 10/23, 2015. When I'm stable, everybody wants to reap the rewards I made happen for me and my kids. So I don't care who calls me a bitch. 4/19, 2010. I have to get me together and stay away from negative people no matter who they are. May 19, 2010. I am losing myself because I am trying to follow the crowd instead of following myself. May 26, 2010. Ooh, I'm ready for it. Life has a way of showing you in everything as long as your eyes and ears are wide open to receive the good or the bad that comes your way. You just got to be the good student and learn. August the 13th, 2010. That was a good one. Love yourself before you start loving anybody else. That was in September 2017. I have been only meeting people like me, people who are trying to figure out who they are. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That was October the 5th, 2010. I have to let go of my past and focus on the good in my life now. November 13th, 2010. What is happiness to me? That was in October the 24th, 2015. Make a qualification list for the type of man I desire. And I did that. And I went terribly back on my word when I did that. Yes, I did. No matter what, stay true to myself first. But that was in October 24th, 2015, when I said make a qualification list, which I did. What I am doing is I'm going live to express some of my shadow work for those of you who want to know. No matter what, stay true to myself first. January 22, 2012. Use empty time to elevate my situation. Use my intuition to help me on my journey. My thoughts are my soul talking to me. My body is a host for my soul. I love myself. I can't let what's mine be destroyed by another soul or a unconscious individual. That was June 10th, 2012. Wow. A year after I had Chelsea. Human oxygen. Give him an inch and he'll take a mile. You keep repeating the same lesson experience until you learn how to deal with self. The only way something good happens is when I just say today is going to be a good day, no matter what. July the 1st, 2012. The enemy is a master of suddenly whispering something that sounds just enough like the truth to be believable. The enemy taunts us with thoughts of what will be missing if we give up our weight. The enemy never stops lying, never stops trying, and never stops wooing. Every second of every day, we get to choose whether we will believe that lie or believe yourself. What choice will you make? July 25th, 2012. Being willing to focus on a goal while being open to what you might learn about yourself during the journey is what really matters. I am who I am and I am where I am because of choices I've made. It takes at least 21 days of doing something to make the new behavior a habit. Those obstacles that look like boulders are really only pebbles. They are not to be feared. Lean into them with confidence. These do not have any dates, so that's why I'm not quoting any dates. The more you know how to do for yourself, the less dependent you are on somebody else. A setback can be a comeback. We must be willing to rise above our circumstances, allowing them to make us better, not bitter. Make peace with your past and get on with your life. How does this look? We shall find the board. Oh, there it is. Don't so there go. Yeah, there we are. Let's get on with this shadow work healing lesson. There we are. We must be willing to rise above our circumstances, allowing them to make us better, not bitter. Make peace with your past and get on with your life. That's right. When troubles comes, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, Your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. No dates. I think there ain't no dates because all these are, it's coming to the date in the next page. It is in the valley that you discover yourself, not the mountaintop. When you want something so badly that it becomes a priority in your life, the excuses will just fall away. Many excuses are rooted in our self centered fear of loss. Good instructions keep you on track while you practice new and unfamiliar ways of moving and dealing with your emotions. They keep you balanced, focused on learning the skills needed to grow by removing the distractions of fear. We cannot afford to be undersold. We cannot sell ourselves short. We are not some swap meat. What you think about, you bring about. You can't think your way into right thinking, but you can't act your way into right thinking. Keep your thoughts and actions on track as you try on new thoughts and behaviors. Your goals are dependent upon being successful at the one thing you had never been able to do before. I like that. Your goals are dependent upon being successful at the one thing you had never been able to do before. To be somebody that you're not is to kill the self that you are now. Oh, I love that. To be somebody that you're not is to kill the self that you are now. Yes. To be somebody that you're not is to kill the self that you are now. I like that. A woman who truly knows love and who knows what love truly means knows that it does not require the debasement of herself. A woman who knows a man does not love her must admit it to herself. She must also realize that his denial of her does not mean that there is anything wrong with her. It simply means he is not the one for her. 11 12 12 2012. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. A person only does what you allow them to do. October 1st, 2012. I have all the men in my life treat me all those ways I felt. Then I would then right around reward them. Oh, I would turn right around, reward them for doing me wrong. It was always me first. 224:15. I'm gonna read that again. I have all the men in my life treat me all those ways I felt then I felt. Then I would turn right around, reward them for doing me wrong. It was always me first. 10:24:15. I helped them cover up their lies and wrongdoings by going forward when I should have stopped right there where the problem existed. It was fixed. I'm gonna read that again. I helped them cover up their lies and wrongdoings by going forward when I should have stopped right where the problem existed until it was fixed. I read it. Ayana Van Zandt book. Interior Interiors, a black woman's healing and progress gave me inspiration, courage, and strength. When you are ready for change, a lot of doors open for you. Alicia Keys. Forgiveness is detaching yourself from thoughts that keeps you in bondage. Oh, I like that one as well. Forgiveness is detaching yourself from thoughts. Detaching yourself from thoughts that keeps you in bondage. Don't know when I'm getting breaks quickly. I gotta do this shit. Forgiveness is detaching yourself from thoughts that keeps you in bondage. Illusion of despair may seem to come, but learn how to not be deceived by them. I like that one too. Illusions of despair may seem. Alexa, put it on 98.7. This is cool. I'm glad ain't nobody come. This is my healing session anyway. But somebody would have come, they would have been in it. Illusion experiment seem to come, but learn how to not be deceived by them. That's right. Love that one. Illusion experiment seem to come, but learn how to not be deceived by them. Truth has rushed to meet you since you called upon it. If you knew who walks beside you on the way that you have chosen, fear would be impossible. Alexa, turn it up to volume 4. If you knew who walked beside you on the way that you have chosen, fear would be impossible. You do not know because the journey into darkness has been long and cruel, and you have gone deep into it. A little flicker of your eyelids closed so long has not yet been sufficient to give you confidence in yourself so long despised. And you go towards love, still hating it and terribly afraid of it, judgment upon you. You don't realize that you're not afraid of love, but only of what you have made of it. You are advancing to love's meaning and away from all illusion in which you have surrounded it. When you retreat to the illusion, your fear increases, for there is little doubt that what you think it means is fearful. That was long, but it was good. And I can't type all that, but it was the ending that got me. You are advancing to love's meaning and away from all illusions. I like that. You are advancing. You are advancing to love's meaning and away from all illusions. That's what's been happening. In which you have surrounded issue or can be it. You are resting to love's meaning and away from all those in which you have surrounded it. When you retreat to the illusion, you fear your fear. Ooh. When you retreat to the illusion, your fear increases. So there is little doubt that what you think it means is fearful. That is December 23rd, 2012. December 23rd, 2012. When you retreat to the illusion, you fear your fear increases. 2:45. I'm stopping at 3 o'clock. I have to study and learn who I am and what I truly want in my life. I have to stop lying to myself. Alexa, turn down to 2. I have to study and learn who I am and what I truly want in my life. I have to stop lying to myself. I will no longer keep looking to others to give me what only myself can give. Knowing myself truly is my biggest goal. August the 27th, 2013. Your own strength and energy motivates others. You either make yourself miserable or you make yourself strong. Oh my, that's a good one. And that's what I'm doing now. Strong, strength. I represent strength. Even if it comes in the most unorthodox and the most peculiar way. That's what I do. Yourself. You either make yourself miserable or you make yourself strong. Love that, love that, love that. A frying captain makes a frying crew. Wow. Well, what happened to my crew? Because I'm definitely not frying. There are only two principles that you need to get: concentration and relaxation. There are two principles that you need to get: concentration and relaxation. Concentration and relaxation. Concentration arises when awareness becomes continuous, whether continuous on a single experience like the breathing or continuous on a flow of changing experience. We can't force this continuity. We can, for short periods of time, forcefully hold our attention to experience, but this kind of attention usually results in a brittle concentration that's easily broken. Container that allows concentration to develop without being forced. Relaxation. Relaxation is one of the important aspects of the container. Relaxation is actually one of the main supports for concentration. Relaxation in meditation does not mean spacing out. The mind can be both relaxed and alert. Relaxation can take time. Relaxation of the body and relaxation of the mind are not mutually supportive. When the body is relaxed, it's much easier for the mind to relax. Meditating on ambient sounds can be helpful since we don't control the sounds. Turning our attention to them can sometimes allow the body and mind to relax very naturally. Setting up a container of relaxed attention is an important framework for the meditation. Once you find a balance of relaxation and alertness, you can learn how to open this relaxed attention to experience, either directing attention to a particular experience like the breathing or becoming aware of a flow of experience of seeing, smelling, hearing, tasting, touching, and emotions and thoughts. When we can learn how to attend to our experience and not lose the relaxation, the mind becomes malleable and we can skillfully choose to direct the attention to support a deepening of concentration. 10/24/2015. Let's see. Ooh, self love, self love, self love. A moment of self compassion can change our entire day. Wow. How to get that? I got a space there. A moment of self compassion can change our entire day. Absolutely. Popular culture is focused on attracting love, yet you will only be able to receive as much love as you give to yourself. You'll deflect or guard love that doesn't resonate with you, like a compliment you don't believe. You allow others to abuse you a bit less than you abuse yourself. So if you desire less than love, learn to love yourself because your relationships with will parallel your relationship with yourself. I love that relationship with yourself. Self-esteem. Most people determine their worth based upon other esteem. They seek approval and validation from others, and their opinion of themselves isn't very high unless they get it. True self-esteem isn't based on what others think of you, since it's self-esteem. It's basically what you think of yourself. You may think well of yourself and your competence in some areas, but not in others, and your estimation may fluctuate with illness and life's ups and downs. But if you have good self esteem, you return to feeling good about yourself. You won't blame yourself nor take others' opinion or what fate throws you to personally. It says, nor take others' opinions or what fate throws you to personally. You think you're an okay person despite losses, ill health, mistakes, and rejection. Many people focus on their flaws, and have trouble acknowledging their assets. Others have inflated, unrealistic opinions of themselves. The biggest obstacle to self-esteem is self-criticism. Hmm. I always wanted to do this, and I am doing it. I am so glad. Self-acceptance. Unlike self-esteem, which varies, self-acceptance is steady and unconditional. You accept yourself despite your flaws, fears, and limitations. You're more self-forgiving and let go of self-judgment. Instead of comparing yourself to others both positively and negatively, you appreciate your singular individuality. You feel that you are enough without having to improve upon yourself. Once you start accepting yourself, you gradually stop worrying about what others think and become more spontaneous and natural. That's what I'm doing now. Self 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 acceptance is what allows you to be authentic. You can finally relax and allow more of the inner real you to be seen. You'll have no shame or fear of revealing yourself when you accept yourself unconditionally. This is the key to intimacy in spiritual relationships and enables you to accept others. Self love, whereas self esteem is an evaluation and acceptance is an attitude. Love combines both feeling and action. Self love is healthy. It's neither selfish nor self indulgent, and neither egotism nor narcissism. Actually, egotists and narcissists don't love themselves at all. A big ego is compensation for lack of self love. Most people think too little of themselves, not too much. And often falling in love is merely a compensation for inner emptiness, loneliness, and shame. No wonder most relationships fail, including those who stay together. Alexa, turn it up to volume 3. Love is an art form that takes dedication and practice, not something you win or fall into. Whether being able to love is a faculty to be developed. Rather, being able to love is a faculty being developed. I have to read it again. It entails effort and begins with learning to love yourself. The Bible says, love thy neighbors as thyself. How can loving your neighbor be a virtue and self love be a vice? Many people believe having a high regard for themselves is indulgent, conceited, arrogant, and selfish. The greater is your love of self, the greater will be your love of others. The inverse is always true hatred of others and indicative of self hatred. The inverse is always true. Hatred of others is indicative of self hatred. Wow, I don't hate anyone. I despise a lot of things, but I don't hate. When you love someone, you try to understand their experience and worldview, although it differs from your own. You offer your attention, respect, support, compassion, and acceptance. Your caring involves knowledge, responsibility, and commitment. These virtues are not compartmentalized because love is indivisible. Thus, as you develop these abilities, your capacity to love yourself and others grows. To learn anything requires that you desire it and find it worthy of your effort. Although self love is certainly an important goal, our society is full of distractions and it emphasizes on speed, performance, and productivity, making developing self love a challenge. Yes, indeed. Compassion. Compassion for yourself enables you to witness your feelings, thoughts, and actions with acceptance, caring, and understanding as you would when empathizing with another. Compassion is expressed with gentleness, tenderness, and generosity of spirit. When most people are stressed, overwhelmed, or exhausted, they attempt to do even more instead of caring for themselves. Self love entails faith and courage to take risks and overcome life setbacks and sorrows. Faith in yourself enables you to comfort yourself and face challenges and failures without lapsing into worrying or judgment. You develop the ability to see yourself objectively and know you'll survive despite present emotion. If you consistently seek validation and reassurance from others, you miss the opportunity to develop these internal functions as knowledge is prerequisite to love. Spending time alone with yourself is essential to identify and listen to your feelings with sensitivity and empathy. Occurring the ability to witness and contain your emotions are also faculties learned in psychotherapy. Throughout the day, you're confronted with many opportunities to disregard or attune to your feelings, to judge or to honor them, to keep commitments and be responsible to yourself, and to act in accordance with your needs and feelings. You have an opportunity to love self love all the time. Every time you talk yourself down, doubt yourself, exhaust yourself, dismiss your feelings or needs, or act against your values, you undermine your self esteem. Told y'all, self esteem is a very important part of self love. How you feel about yourself. Mhm. Now back to the journal reading. I have had many opportunities to test my strength and my faith in myself to prepare me for my greatness. Zakita's empowerment shop, as well as standing in my full being with confidence. 10/23/2015. I feel great. I feel wonderful. I'm at peace with myself in life, even though it's not perfect. My mind is understanding things so much clearer. I guess that's what it means to have a peace of mind, to understand self and your world. I love me more today than I ever have. Falling in love with yourself is an amazing feeling. It is. To be alone with self, to accept self is amazing. My life is not perfect, but I am finding in love, true, deep love, unconditional love, and I love it. I will continue to grow every day to get where I am desiring to be with my finances because that's really going to be a big success for me and my family. Wow. So excited about my life and my future. Yay. Love me some me. That was December 19th, 2013. I can choose, I can say no, and I can take control of my life and not allow situations or others to control it for me. December 23rd, 2013. When I was attracted to men, I picked the ones that I thought was a match to my needs, not my wants. And how I value certain things, thinking the values the same exact things as me. Oh look, how I value certain things, thinking they value the same exact things as me. That's where I went wrong at. I didn't start to see them as they were until I had a child or chaos became more frequent. I didn't take the time to get to know who they were or what they wanted out of life. I rushed things and ended up with the wrong man. Right now, today, I'm still putting certain ideas and thoughts about what I want and who I am in proper perspective. I thought believing in myself was all it took to be in a relationship, which I didn't have a clue of who I was. I just wanted a committed relationship with a halfway decent guy, which turned out to be my worst nightmare because I didn't know myself. 10/24/2015. One way to achieve the impossible is to change the climate. Anna and the King. Things I need to seriously address. What do I want in a friend, my relationship, and what type of person am I, and how to stop being so honest and open to the wrong people. January 18, 2014. I need to stay in tune with myself at all times. At times I seem desperate, helpless, and useless only because I give my power away to people who don't deserve my energy or attention. I need to wake my ass up before it's too late. One thing I know for sure is I better get to know myself, or else people are going to take advantage of my time, my energy, and my kindness. Whoa. I don't have to accept a lot, but I do only because I fear being without anyone completely. But I look around and those same people are not adding anything into my life and taking and that I need to put a stop to. I get what I need, I want and deserve, or nothing at all. I create what I want in my life and nobody can take that away from me unless I allow them. 5/20/2014. Prophecy month. Next month is going to be a lot different from this month. From the places I go, the food I eat, and how the kids use their time, and how I really focus on making money with my business. Next month will be my abundance month. Yep, June 2014. I will be focused on my now. My now is what matters most to me. If I get my now in order, my future will have no choice but to look brighter. May 21st, 2014. I don't know how I did it. Got June before May. My true awakening moment. I had to think quick and respond slow. I have to truly rely on me, my plans, my wisdom, and my strength and my courage. I love that my kids are the students in my tragedy, because I want them to know things hands on and be all they can be without fear. May 24th, 2014. You love yourself. Marvel. Queens get nothing but the best. That's my value, and I'm going to live it no matter what the haters say. I deserve to sit on my throne. 10/24/2015. I feel so powerful to be Zakita McBride, and I intend to stay this way. May 29, 2014. I am beautiful, intelligent, and the owner of my own company, Zakita's Empowerment Shop. And that is who I am. And I will walk my path full of happiness and joy and be at peace with who I am. 10/24/2015. I have to always focus on me at all times and never get away from me. I am my own best friend, motivator, and scriptwriter for my life. No one else. I don't need confirmation from anybody but me. 10/24/2015. Writing is my therapy, along with good old fashioned soul touching music. 10/24/2015. I will be in an environment that fits my world. Just because I live in a poor neighborhood doesn't mean I have to stay in it to handle my business. 6/6/2014. It's nothing to fear when it comes to others because I have a source that is way more powerful than they are. When I don't love myself first or be true to myself, I can't be all I can be. Dudley. Whatever you went through in your past was all because of you, whether I was taught or not. You had your own mind, your own choices, and you was the one choosing no matter what. You should take your past, which is your story, and your truth, and not take anything from it. Because if you do, you will no longer be true to yourself. You will be accepting a lie, only trying to please people, only trying to cover up pain and not tell the glorious story of the things that made you so strong and courageous today. That is good. When a person shows you that they can't be trusted, leave them alone. Mark. I have learned that when things, meaning relationships, are broken, they are only old toys. Garbage is supposed to be left in the trash. My past. When you meet someone new, the first 2 days upon meeting them will let you know if they are worthy of your time. If they are not doing better than you or they are not on the same page as you, then they are not good enough for you. You have to know your worth and settle only for that. Nothing less because no one can ever love you more than yourself. Those things are not you now, but only the experience you had to teach you how to live with your greater self. And no matter what your mom or dad did, they did the best they knew how with the experience they had. Dudley. 6/6/14. Don't feel sad over someone who gave up on you. Feel sorry for them because they gave up on someone who would have never given up on them. Self-knowledge is the highest form of knowledge, surpassing all other knowledge. If we do not understand ourselves, we go through darkness, uncertainty, and despair. Our human life without work appears to be insignificant. What is a human being? Each person must answer it for herself. I said herself. No one may speak for another, and no pirating of others' words is allowed. Self knowledge is wisdom. Remember, no human condition is ever permanent. May the outward and the inward man be at one. Self knowledge is the beginning of self improvement. Self awareness gives you the capacity to learn from your mistakes. The unexamined life is not livable for a human being. Self mortification, the inflicting of pain or privation on oneself. Unless we can bear self mortification, we should not be able to carry self examination to the necessary painful lengths. Without humility, there can be no illuminating self knowledge. Know the enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles with no dangers or of defeat. There's a lot of fear connected with the inner journey because it penetrates our illusion. Taking the inner journey will lead you into some very shadowy places. You're going to learn things about yourself that you wish you didn't know. There are monsters in there, monsters you couldn't control, but trying to keep them hidden will only give them greater power. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The most successful people are those who didn't have any illusion about who they are. They know themselves well and they can move in the direction of their best talents. They know the kind of culture they thrive in and how they can benefit from the culture. Unfortunately, most people don't understand themselves. Most people don't want to lose their illusion about themselves, although they say they want to take charge of their career. The words I am are potent words. Be careful what you hitch them to. The things you're claiming has a way of reaching back and claiming you. We don't grow absolutely, chronically. We grow sometimes in one dimension and not in other. Eventually, we grow partially. We are relative. We are mature in one realm, childish in another. Whatever games are played with us, we must play no games with ourselves. On the bus to Memphis, Tennessee, I believe that my destiny is achieving as many of great things for myself to be more happier, more content and at peace with myself because at the end of the day, that's what it all is all about. Self. Full of the words that some people fail to realize because if you forget about self, you might as well just die. Because your life and your heart will be so empty, too cold that you just won't be able to see our purpose for living anymore. I took a lot of time now at the age of 30 to really see where I want to be in my life and what I need in my life. Me not having the love and guidance and family has taken me on a journey that turned out pretty darn good, must I say. Now I get what it means to go down a road less traveled and to go down a road that is traveled by many. My mind is getting brilliant, or should I say, even more brilliant by the day. I need to get deep down inside my spirit and get a hold of what it truly means, what it truly means, the kingdom McBride in my spirit form because there is where my power lies. And to get to that, I must forget about earthly things that means me no good. That's how I'm able to perfect so many things because I'm using different eyes to see things that is truly for me to see. And I know if no one else can see it, they will not understand my destiny the way that I do. I am ready for whatever that is to come because at the end of the day, as long as I have me, that's all that matters. I came here alone and I must die alone. People always forget to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is and will always be self love. That's the power of survival. That's all you need to make it on this earth. People fail to realize that a lot of hurt and pain comes from loving others first. But when you do things because you love yourself first, things are more genuine, pure. Because in all you know is self love. But somehow, some way, people has taken that word out of context and called it selfish. What is that anyway? A sailfish. I just love my brilliant mind. It's mine, and I should use it anywhere I see fit to do positive, loving things to please only myself. Life is beautiful now, only because my love for self, not no other reason. The more I love myself, the more I prosper. The more I prosper, the more happiness comes into my life because it's all about living an abundant life, nothing less. Self love is the greatest joy, and human being can possibly have. Okay. The end.